Hello everyone, StrangeTemplar here. Welcome back to Sky Factory. Last episode we got ourselves set up with a nice, lovely farm. As you can see, we have our earth elements, we got our essence crops, we've got wheat, we've got carrots over there, and I think that's it so far, but we are definitely going to be diversifying here in the near future. We have a 9x9 plot here, we got our sprinkler going, all of that good stuff, but today what I want to do is work on automating our farm. We have the sprinkler, which obviously will increase the rate at which things grow. I forgot to point out, if you right click on it, you can add bone meal into the sprinkler, which makes it grow even faster, basically like adding bone meal to it. So great ways to improve the speed in which everything grows. But what we want to work on today is actually automation, planting and harvesting automatically, because there are so many crops that we're going to be harvesting here. Earth and essence are just the start. We are going to be growing nether seeds, we're going to be growing certus seeds, all sorts of stuff. So what I really want to do is make sure everything's harvesting and planting, and so we can just set it, let it go, and not have to worry about it. And to do that, we're going to be working with a mod that I don't think we've been working with yet on this series. It's known as Mine Factor Reloaded. You saw the rubber trees that we were growing the last couple episodes. Well, I went ahead, when you cut down rubber trees, you get raw rubber. You can burn those and turn them into rubber bars. And then if you turn the rubber bars and again smelt them, they smelt into raw plastic. Now, raw plastic is used to make all sorts of things in the Mine Factory Reloaded. Most of the machines use them. There's a bunch of other things that we're going to be wanting as well, but definitely that's what we're going to be starting with. So the two things that we're going to be working with for the most part today is a harvester, if I can learn how to spell, a harvester, which requires a golden axe for some reason, shears, and then these plastic sheets, which are basically just raw plastic. And then we're also going to need a factory machine block, which is smooth stone and more of those plastic sheets. So what we do is just take some plastic, and I think, no, I think we're going to need 12. Take 12 of them, and if we come across the top here, and then use our smooth stone down below, we'll get these factory machine blocks. That's the first thing. Then, of course, we're going to need, of all things, a golden axe. And I don't know why this is a recipe. They do also have a recipe for thermal expansion recipes. So this is the regular version. This is the thermal expansion version. I'm not sure what the difference is. I don't know if there's a reason why they have it differently. I don't know. But that's what we're doing. So we want to put down the machine blocks. No, we don't have everything. Okay, machine blocks, plastic up top. Oh, there we go. Like so, and plastic up top. There we go. That gets us a harvester. And then the next thing that we're going to want is known as a planter. Now, planter basically follows the same formula. We're going to need a piston and flower pots, and then again, a factory machine block and the plastic sheets on top. So I went ahead and I made up some brooks so we can make those clay pots, like so. We're going to need to make ourselves a piston. And I think I have everything that we need for this episode already in my inventory. For once in my life, I actually feel prepared. Of course, now that I've said that, we're going to run out of something that we need. But, you know, for now, I'm feeling pretty darn good. Alright, so we got ourselves a planter and we got ourselves a harvester. Now, the way these work is the harvester we're going to want to put on the edge. And we're actually going to do it just like so. And that should have, yeah, the big gray area is pointed towards the crops, and then you're going to have a small little hole in the back. And this is where the items are going to come out of. So you're going to want something like a transfer node, which we have on us right now. You could put a chest directly. If you don't put anything there, it's just going to spit it out the back. And because this is a void world, it's probably going to go out of the world. So basically the harvester is going to harvest, imagine that, and put everything into the transfer node for us. So it's going to harvest both the crops and the seeds, and basically anything that would drop from this. So we're going to get our niche essence, we're going to get our different essences, different seeds, and all of that. And it's going to put into the, right here. It's going to get put into that transfer node. And then what we're going to do is we're going to basically pipe it down here and have a chest. Now the planter, we're going to want to put down below, and you want to put that in as central a location as possible. So let's go ahead and what we're going to do, this is going to take a little bit of finagling, but we need to remove this tank, and we're going to put the planter right there instead. And we are going to have to play around with these transfer pipes a little bit, because we're going to have some interesting situations. Because what we're going to need to do now is, where's the transfer pipe? We're going to have to transfer the water into that tank like so. So we're going to break those. Now, these machines do require power. So what I did is I went ahead and set up another crucible station. We have ourselves a lava generator like so. We have the lava that is generating. And so I don't know if this is going to go for full, if it's going to totally fill it. It looked like it took 3 over there. I basically took 2 of the crucibles over there, moved them over here, and we'll put more crucibles back in over there. Lots to do this episode, I guess. But what we're going to do is we're going to use the energy conduits to power everything. So how do we want to do this? Actually, you know what? We're going to, instead of coming in on this side, we're going to come in on this side, like so. And if we take the crescent hammer, we can do that so it doesn't try to pump into that. Not that it makes much difference, I don't think, but let's go ahead and put the dirt back there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these energy conduits. And actually, you know what? Before we power it, let me explain a little bit how this works. And let's see, how do we want to do this? Hold on one second. Let's make a quick chest that we can throw everything into. 1 second here. I know the outcome, but I want to kind of do it intermediate, with some intermediate spots, so I can show you how everything works. Because there are some fine points to harvesting. Let's see, we want to break this one. Okay, so power is going to go in there, and then we are going to bring this down like so. And of course we missed the chest. Seriously, I know what I'm doing. Not really, but don't tell anyone. Okay, so harvester to the node, node to the chest. Makes sense so far? Yes? Yes. Okay, so let's get some power going. We're going to need a couple more conduits, I think. But that's okay. Let's see. 1, 2, and boom. Perfect. Okay, so that should be harvesting. If we come up top here, and you'll notice it should, yeah, it's automatically harvesting all these wheat here. And should be, if we right click on the harvest node, yeah, you see that it's sitting right there, and the next thing will go there. And so basically it should be harvesting the wheats and the carrots right here. Now by default, each of these machines has a 3x3 area of effect. So it's going to affect these 3, these 3, so basically these 9 in this box. So we have right here a 9x9, which is a lot bigger than what we have right now. So we are going to have to expand this and make sure that everything is covered, which we will get to in just a little bit. But I just wanted to show you how it works. It basically, anything that's fully grown automatically harvests. Same with the planter. let's go back down here and we will, let's see, we are going to need a couple more energy conduits. So we're going to need 2 lead, and we have enough of everything else. Energy conduits again are lead on the sides, glass on the middle, and redstones along the top and bottom. And I get to use 6 of them. So now what we're going to do is we are going to power up the planter. Now the planter looks a little bit different. The interface for this is a little bit confusing at the beginning, but once you understand what's going on, it's actually pretty simple. This area right here is the inventory. This is where you'll put all of your seeds, and you know, if all we wanted to do was wheat, we would put them all here. We could put our carrots in here, we could put our essence seeds, and basically if you don't specify anything, you know, we can put everything there and it's just going to start planting it, which is great. But what we want to do is we want to be a little bit more particular about what we plant and where we plant it. And that's where this filter comes into place. What we can do with our filters, say in this area, basically right now, like I said, it's covering a 3x3 area. So basically what we're saying is each block in that 3x3 area, I want an essence seed here, I want an essence seed here, I want carrots here and here. And you'll notice that it's not taking anything out of our inventory. What we'd want to do then is put a bunch of essence seeds, carrots, whatever we want to plant over here, we can just put in here, and then anytime there's an empty spot up above, it'll automatically plant whatever is specified here. If it's blank, like so, it's just going to see empty farmland, and I think it's randomly choose something over here to plant. So you can either do it, you know, first come, first serve, randomly plant, or you can have it very specific about how you want it to go. So if we come up top here, we put, let's see, what did we put? Carrots and essence seeds. You know what? Let's put some regular seeds in too, just to be extra careful. Extra sure this is all going to work. And of course it's raining. Let's sleep real quick and that should make it stop. Alright, well, at least it makes a day. Rain should stop here in just a second. Hopefully. Maybe. And there it goes. I don't know why sleeping makes it stop raining, but it does. So what we're going to do, remember the planter's right here. It's working in a 3x3 area. So if we break, let's see, these down, you'll see that it automatically plants everything right here. And, okay, it looks like it's not in... Well, maybe it is... No, we only had 2 carrots. So, yeah, we just break them down and it just automatically plants. And I believe, if I were to break this, it will automatically till as well. Yeah, it does. Perfect. Okay, so, what we can do, let's... dang it. Okay. Can we do that and that? Okay, perfect. Yeah, we want at least 1 torch set down. Okay, so that's that. Basically, the planter will plant, the harvester will harvest. Now, again, we want to extend the ranges of these. The planter obviously only does this 3x3 area here. The harvester will only do the 3x3 area over here. We have a 9x9 area. So what we're going to want to work on is expanding that, and it's actually really simple. Basically, what you do is if you type in upgrade, like so, there's a bunch of different ones. There's radius increase of 1, 2, all the way up to a radius increase of 11. A radius increase of 11, given the other things, will cover, I believe, I want to say like 23? No, even more than that, 24, 25 square area. So it can cover quite a bit. And each one requires a different set of resources. So to increase it by 1, it's lapis. By 2, it's iron, tin. And it tells you. It's pretty easy. We're going to use 3 raw plastics, which we have. Redstone and a gold nugget. Or gold ore berry, if you have those. But basically a gold nugget. So what we're going to want is an upgrade of 3. Now, you would think that we're doing a 3x3. We want to do a 9x9. That would be an upgrade of 6. But you actually half the amount that you want to do because it adds 1 in both directions. So an increase of 1 instead of a 3x3, it'll increase it up to a 5x5. This will be a 7x7. This will be up to a 9x9. So it keeps going and basically doubles everything. So what we're going to want is some tin, which we have, some raw plastic, some gold nuggets, like so, and that should be all we need. So we do tin, and then we do redstone on either side, and that gets us an upgrade. And let's see, what can we get rid of for now? You know what? We're going to throw some dirt away. Oh, we can get rid of the clay. We don't need any more of that. But let's see, we'll pick it up here in a second. And then, so we're going to need 2 of them. We need 1 for the planter, and we're going to need 1 for the harvester. So if we put that here, you'll see the seeds are all disappearing, and everything up top should be planted. Just like that. And then if we put this in, like so, it's just going to start harvesting everything. We sit right here. It might go a little bit slow because I believe it'll have to wait for the inventory to go. So it does go a little bit slow, but for now it'll work. It'll do what it needs to do. So now the next step, we now have it harvesting, we now have it planting. Now the next step is to make sure that when it harvests, we want to put the seeds back into the planter. And we want to put the output into a chest or something like that. So, to do that, well, first of all, let's put some of these harvest stuff in there because we have too much stuff in our inventory. So to do that, what we're going to do is create a different type of pipe. Now, ideally, we'd want to get a filter pipe. Unfortunately, we don't have any ink yet. We still need to make ourselves an ink farm of some sort. So that would be my first choice in the pipe that we're going to use. But instead, what we're going to do is a sorting pipe. Just a regular sorting pipe. We're going to need stone slabs, glass, and gold ingots, which I believe we have everything. Yeah, everything we need right here. So let's make ourselves some slabs. Go boom, boom, gold in the middle, and glass on the sides. Now, this isn't the best option, but it'll do. Basically, what it'll do is when an item is going through this transfer pipe system, we don't want it there. Once it hits this sorting pipe, it'll basically look at everything attached. If we were to put a chest right here, or even if we were to, continue on over here. Basically, once it hits this, it'll look and say, okay, does any of the items that are transferring through, so let's say it's regular seeds. The regular seeds are coming through, and it says, okay, here, does this item have regular seeds? If it does, put more seeds in here. If it doesn't, continue on. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up with regular seeds, earth seeds, essence seeds, all of those seeds that we're going to be planting repeatedly. And so when it comes over here, it's basically going to say, okay, those go in here. Everything else moves down. The problem with this, though, is that if we run out of seeds in here, the next time a seed comes through, instead of being replenished here, it's just going to keep going down. The way the filter pipe works is we can specify exactly what goes here and what continues on. So once we get ink, we'll fix it. But for now, this is the way we're going to have to do it, unfortunately. So let's come in here, and we should have a fair amount of everything. And I'm going to put in the regular seeds first, because that's just going to plant everywhere. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, we are going to have so much wheat by the end of this. Yeah, we're going to have a ton of wheat. But what I want to do is I want to say, okay, over here, we're going to plant essence seeds. Over here, we're going to plant earth seeds. And then if we put these in here, they're only going to get planted here, and they're only going to get planted there, which is fine. I don't know if that's the best idea or not. Okay, and then here we're going to say regular seeds. We're going to say here carrots. And basically what I'm trying to do is prevent too many things from getting planted all at the same time. And if we come down here, we have more seeds, like so, and hopefully everything just sits there. Okay, so now what we do is we come over here, and this is going to be extremely inefficient for now, until we get some sort of filter system, preferably ink. But what we'll do now is we'll bring these down, break this chest, like so. And if we put this chest right here, basically, we're going to need some regular seeds. I'm sure regular seeds are going to show up here in just a second. But if we come up here, let's see what's going on. Okay, looks like, yeah, we have essence crops getting planted over here. Earth elements. Let's see what gets planted here. Nothing. What gets planted here? Something's gonna get planted somewhere. I swear. Okay, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're getting earth elements planted over here. We're getting earth elements. Earth elements. Did I put earth element in the middle? No. I am confused on what's getting planted where. I'm getting very confused on what's getting planted where. What if we go to the edges here? What do we get planted? Anything? Nothing? I don't know. But I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to let it go. Figure out where exactly everything is getting planted. I'm getting a little bit confused on what is and isn't working. But we will make it work here at some point. Alright, so I did a little bit of looking around, and it looks like the way it works is if an area is not specified, it'll just plant one randomly, as far as I can tell. So if there's an area that is specified, it'll plant whatever is specified there. If it's not specified, it'll just plant whatever feels like planting. So we have a bunch of earth elements down. I went through and I fixed it so that it's going to be planting carrots. Carrots are pretty simple because the output is only carrots. So that's pretty easy. Once we start getting earth seeds again, we'll put some more in here. But for now, like I said, without that filter, because there's no earth seeds in here, once an earth crop is harvested, it's going to go into the chest instead. So it's not the most efficient right now. Once we get ourselves some ink and we're able to make ourselves some filters, that's going to be the best option. But for now, this'll work. It'll do what it needs to do, and we'll go with that. One thing that you want to think about is these transfer nodes. They're pretty slow in actually putting something in an inventory. You'll see it takes, 3-4 seconds to actually transfer everything over. One thing that you can do, once you start getting more resources, it's going to take 36 redstone to do. You can start making these speed upgrades. They drastically increase the rate at which they search for a place to put something. So if you can make yourself some speed upgrades, blocks of redstone, gold ingots, and gold nuggets, the upgrades go down here. There's also a mining upgrade, which you can use to put on the transfer nodes that are gathering the cobblestone, and it'll gather cobblestone a lot faster as well. So that is something to keep in mind, that if you're having a hard time clearing out your nodes, sorting or speed upgrades right there, and mining upgrades, those are the ways to go. And those are the best things. Now, the next thing that I want to do, one last thing real quick, is we want to make ourselves some deep storage. Do we have... Yeah, we have blaze powders. That's not a problem. I believe we have 5 ender pearls too. But basically, we take the machine block, we take some ender pearls, some blaze powder, plastic sheets, all of that good stuff, which we have right now. And we're going to make ourselves a deep storage unit. So let me grab the ender pearls real quick. Okay, I lied. I don't have everything I need right with me right now. But easy, easy fix. Come over here, and we should have 2 blaze powders. Perfect. And let's craft this really quick. Okay, so blaze powder, ender pearl, 2 iso ender. We go up here. What did we say? Like that. Okay, so yeah, that'll make us 4 deep storage units, but we really only want 1. And basically what we do with this is, remember how I said we're mining all this cobblestone and we have nowhere to put it? Well, now we're going to have a place to put it. If we put it right there, it's going to start filling up with cobblestone. And this thing stores 2 billion. Yes, 2 billion cobblestone. That's a lot of freaking cobblestone. The other nice thing about this is if you break a barrel like we had up top, it'll dump the entire contents out on the ground. And so you could have 64 stacks of cobblestone just littering the ground. This, though, is really nice because you pick it up, and instead of stacking with the others, you'll notice that it says contains 153 cobblestone. So you can move it around if you need to, and just put it right back, and ta-da! There we go. You'll also notice I put some cobblestone in here. We're actually using cobblestone in the smeltery to make more seared bricks, so we can expand this a little bit. We're going to be doing some renovation on this area next episode. Next episode, we're probably going to work on some applied energistics and all of that good stuff. But for now, I'm pretty happy with where we're sitting. 231. Again, one of the challenges of this mod pack is to increase your cobblestone generation to 10,000 per second. Another challenge is to completely fill a deep storage unit. So, we have a little bit of work left, considering we're getting about 2 or 3 a second, maybe. So yes, there's that. But yeah, we are making some good progress. I think if we come over here, we should have a good source of essence and earth and wheat and carrots and all of that good stuff. Should be growing. We have our sprinkler going. We have our mob trap coming over here, killing everything except for spiders. So we are doing pretty darn good, if you ask me. We're also running out of inventory in here, so I'll probably work on that next episode. Like I said, next episode, we're probably going to start working on Applied Energistics, which is an all-in-one inventory management system. I don't know if you guys have seen... why am I trying to use the elevator or the crafting station as an elevator? It doesn't work. It really doesn't. Anyways, Applied Energistics. It's like an all-in-one inventory and crafting solution, and it's probably one of my favorite mods of all time. It's pretty darn cool. I'm pretty excited to play around with it, and I hope you guys are too, because that's probably going to take a couple episodes to work on. But we are going way over time for today, so I apologize for that. But thank you as always for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Don't forget to hit that like and or subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. But until next time, and as always, don't be a stranger. Take care.